recording. There we go. So, welcome everyone. This is Alice Jones Reiki Share, and my name is Paula Atkinson, and Alice has generously allowed me to host this for you today. Um, and so, we're starting the recording. I don't know if she posts this, I believe, on Facebook maybe later. Um, and if anybody joins in after the fact, just come on in the room and welcome to us. Um, so, today is a full moon. And this full moon is known as the worm moon. And I had to do a little research about that because I didn't know what that meant. And I went to the Farmer's Almanac and learned all about it. So this moon derives its name from the time of year when spring is starting. And the worms are first poking their little heads up after the cold winter through the soil in the early start of spring. And so I guess it was a hopeful time for people. Like they know winter's receding and life is coming back to fruition and things are kind of coming out from the underground. So I think in general, full moons are a good time to do clearings and
Yeah.
releases. And so to me, the imagery of these worms coming out of the earth and bringing new life resonated for me with the idea of things coming out of our subconscious, maybe that have been buried down in the depths that um, maybe need to come to the surface and time to let them go to make space for the new spring life and new energy to
Mhm.
come in. So it seemed to me a perfect time to do a release of any old ideas or beliefs, or maybe even connections in your life that are no longer serving you. So that's what I want to focus on in this Reiki share. What I want to do to start, let's see if nobody else has joined. Okay, perfect. Is I want to start with an exercise that I understand came from Mikao Usui, the the founder of our Reiki method, and it's called Kinyoko Ho. And it's just a balance and clearing exercise just to get us started and kind of warmed up. And so, what I'd like you to do is get comfortable, however that is for you, and we're going to start. It's just a kind of it's a, I guess Kinyoko Ho stands for, or translates, it's Japanese to either cleansing or brushing. So you may have done this before, or it may be new to you. Um, but it's just a way to kind of balance our energy top to bottom, front to back, left to right, and just kind of do a brushing and clearing of our auric field. So just be comfortable. And what I'd like you to do is start with your hands together over your heart. And this is called Gasho position. And you might even leave a little space between your palms. I don't know if you can see mine, just like a little heart space there. Okay. And what I'd like you to do, you can leave your eyes open or close your eyes, however you feel most comfortable, and just start to breathe. Very nice, deep diaphragmatic breaths. And I'm not going to guide you, I'm going to let you breathe on your own pace. And as you breathe, I just want you to drop down into your body and just be there silently for a moment. Just sort of breathing in and out and getting centered, clearing your mind and letting go of any of your thoughts and worries from the day or the week, and just get into that quiet space that you have. Just breathe quietly for a moment. Find yourself. And now that you've sort of settled in a bit, what I'd like you to do is I want us first to connect with the earth energies. And so you can imagine taking that lovely new moon earth energy that's coming up, full moon. And you can imagine breathing up from your feet and just pulling in that earth energy from your feet all the way up to your heart. And if you want, you can imagine it as a color or a feeling, maybe strength, solid, grounded. And just continue breathing that earth energy in through your feet and up to your heart and let that circulate in your lower body and energy field. continue breathing deep, diaphragmatic breaths, letting your stomach expand, contract. Breathing in earth energy and breathing it out. And when you feel ready, I would like you to invite in next the heaven energy. We're connecting and balancing earth to heaven. And you can just invite that in through your crown. However you want to imagine that. You can visualize a color. You can visualize a feeling of pure, powerful energy and bring that down through your crown to your heart and let that connect with the earth energy. Just fill your body and your aura with the two energies. Feeling them balance and harmonize within you. And as those two energies are blending in your heart, we know that our hands and the chakras in our hands are connected to our heart. They're an extension of it. And so when you feel ready, I'd like you to send some of that blended energy now into both of your hands. You can even leave them upright, raise them upright. And just imagine that each hand is going to hold a ball of energy, a glowing golden orb in each hand. And you can send that energy to your hands from your heart. And now we're going to take our right hand and that ball of energy, and I want you to put it towards your left shoulder. And as you do that, I want you to sweep down and across diagonally to your right hip. Just sort of pulling it through, and you can do that several times, just gently pulling it through and doing a cleansing and clearing of your field. That's right. And now I'd like you to take your left hand and the ball of energy that you've placed there and go to your right shoulder and do the same thing and just pull it across very gently and down to your hip. Just doing a cleansing and clearing, balancing left to right, front to back. Excellent. And now I'd like you to take your left hand and pull it down your right arm and just brush it gently, just clearing that energy field, releasing and cleansing anything you need to let go of. And now you can do it with your right hand on your left arm and just do a nice brushing, gently pulling that energy and letting that energy clear for you through your body and your auric field. And now anywhere else that you feel like you would like to cleanse and brush, I'll leave it to you. Over your head, if you'd like, your shoulders, around your torso. You could do it down your legs, to your feet, wherever you feel the need. Just letting this balanced energy harmonize, again, clear and release anything you want to let go of. We'll do some more releasing too in the Reiki. This is just kind of a warm up for us. Shaking off the week that we've had. And when you're ready, just bring your hands back to your heart again. And we'll just give thanks for the cleansing and clearing and balancing that we've experienced and that we will continue to experience. Okay, excellent. Okay, so now to start the Reiki share, we're going to go through the chakras, and As we go through each one, before we kind of get in a rush to send energy to that chakra, what I'd like everybody to do is I want you to just be present in that chakra when I name it. And I want you to just be present and sense what you sense there. Do you feel it spinning? Do you feel it full? Do you feel it slow? Do you feel energy pulsing? Do you feel it kind of stagnant? Just kind of sense and be where you are in the moment. So let's start at our crown. And I'd like you to first take your hands and sort of open your crown. Do a motion to kind of open your crown up. Okay. And now just be present in your crown chakra for a moment and feel what you feel or see what you see if you're visual. Then I'd like you now to draw energy down through your crown and send it to your crown chakra, which is the center of our connection to the divine. And just imagine to see it clear and release anything that's no longer serving you or that may be a blockage and spinning clockwise. Just releasing anything that's old or stuck or negative or no longer serving you. And just with nice deep breaths, pull that divine energy into your crown and send it there to clear and spin. This is the center of your divine spirit, our faith and wisdom and understanding. So I'm just going to be silent as I allow you to pull that energy down. We'll spend a few minutes, and as you feel comfortable for your own self, you can share with the group and send beautiful, healing, clearing energy to the crowns of everyone else that's part of the call. If you think in terms of colors, you could think of white light, crystalline light, golden light. Just bringing that down, letting that clear and spin clockwise motion. Maybe feeling the energy pulse. Just continuing to breathe nice deep breaths. And when you release, you can imagine sending it down through your feet. You can pull it out with your hands if you feel like pulling energy out. You can drop it in a bucket on the ground if you don't want it anymore. Whatever you want to do with that energy you're releasing, send it back to the earth. If you feel an emotion come up, just be present with it. It's okay. This is a safe space. And if you have anybody outside of the group that you wish to send healing to, send it to them, a friend or family member or coworker. If nothing else, you can send to the city of Boulder some love right now. And as you're ready, if you're ready to move down to the third eye, You might even want to place your hands there if you feel comfortable, or if not, just send energy there. Our third eye is our center of intuition, where we have our visions and our dreams, where we see the big picture and our purpose here in life. So again, just imagine pulling down divine energy and sending it to your third eye and letting that clear and spin, releasing any blockages, any old energy that may be stuck, any negative beliefs that you have about your intuition, any doubts, any questions, and just releasing that. So you imagine this spinning nice and evenly, clockwise direction, releasing and letting go anything that's no longer serving you. Continuing to breathe and sending that energy to your third eye. If you're visual, you might see it as an indigo or violet color. It's just nice and clear energy flowing there in a nice circular pattern. Removing the blockages to your intuition. Allowing yourself to visualize your life and your future and your purpose here. Breathing in and out, sending energy there. And as you feel comfortable that you've taken care of yourself, you can send it to the crowns. To the third eye of others here in the group to help them release whatever they need to let go of and release to move forward in life. Or you can send it to anybody else you love and care about who might need some release something in their life. And as you're ready and feel comfortable, I'd like you to drop down, maybe even move your hands to your throat chakra. And when you get there, just be present for a moment. What do you feel there? Do you feel the energy? Does it seem like it needs a little recharge? Can you feel it pulsing yet? Or do you see it pulsing? And once you have a clear sense, then I want you to imagine pulling down divine energy through your crown, through your third eye, and sending it down to your throat. Just nice deep breaths. And as you exhale, just send that energy into your throat chakra. And as you do, that energy just expands and it recharges and energizes that center of your truth, letting go and releasing any blockages, anything that's holding you back from your communication, your ability to speak in the world with integrity and your own truth and the truth of the divine. Any fears or beliefs you may have around speaking out and speaking your truth. Just sending energy there. If you're visual, you might want to see it as a nice light blue color of some sort. Could be aquamarine, could be royal blue. And just see that getting clearer and clearer and spinning. You can maybe feel the energy pulsing there now, getting a little more life force. Letting go and releasing anything that's no longer serving you. Just breathing energy to that throat chakra. And as you feel comfortable that you've taken care of yourself there, send energy to others in the group so that they can release what they need to release from their throat chakra, any blockages, any limitations. Or you can send energy to anyone else who needs to release in this area. Just continuing to breathe in the divine energy, sending it to the throats of others. And as you're ready, let's move down into the heart. You can move and place your hands over your heart. And before we send energy there, just be present in your heart for a moment. Just talk to your heart and ask it how it's doing. What does it need today? Is it flowing? Does it feel a little small? A little stuck? A little closed? A little fearful? And when you have a sense of what your heart needs from you today, go ahead and just bring that energy down through your crown, beautiful, divine, cleansing energy, and send it to your heart space, whatever it needs. Breathing in and out. As you exhale, just pushing that energy to your heart so it can start to clear and spin. Releasing whatever it is you need to let go. Any hurt from the past, any pain you've been holding on to, any blockage, maybe even severing any cords that you may have to anyone else in the past that's no longer serving you. And just see that energy starting to spin. You may see it if you're visual as a green energy, bright green starting to flow, clear and spin. Maybe pink if you need love, compassion for yourself or for others. And just letting that divine energy fill it. And if you want, you can pull anything out. Like I said, you can send it down through your feet into the earth. Whatever you're releasing, you can pull it out with your hands. You can rake it out gently. You can throw it in a bucket on the floor, whatever you want to do with that energy. Continuing to breathe in and just send divine, pure, cleansing energy to your heart. And as you feel comfortable that you've taken care of what your heart needs, you can send that releasing, cleansing energy to others who are part of the Reiki share here with us so that they too can be energized to continue their releases, each of us. And you may wish to share some of that energy with somebody else that you care about in your life who may need some healing of their heart that they can release, let go, and bring forth the new energy and new life. Like I said, if you have no one to send to, I would send to the city of Boulder, Colorado. They can move on from their grief and pain. Just lift them up in their time of need. And as you're ready, we can move down into our solar plexus, which is right above our belly button, below the heart. You might want to place your hands there. And before we send energy, just be present there for a moment and see what you see and feel what you feel about how that chakra is working for you right now. Is it pulsing? Is it energetic? Is it a little low? Is it not flowing easily? You can ask it what it needs to be clear and be healthy and balanced. When you get a sense of what it needs, just pull in some divine energy through your crown, and as you exhale, send it down to your solar plexus. This is the center of your energy and personal power. It's the seat of your self-esteem and your courage to act in life. If you're visual, you may see a warm yellow color, maybe golden, it may be yellow like a sunflower, whatever works for you. Just Send that divine energy there until you feel it starting to clear and spin in a clockwise direction. Releasing and letting go of everything that's no longer serving you in that chakra, whether it's a blockage, whether that's a cord to somebody else who's been taking your power from you against your will. Maybe you weren't even aware that they were doing it. But if there's someone you need to release and reclaim your own personal power for you, now is the time to do that. And just see that yellow energy circulating, spinning. You might feel it starting to pulse. My chakras feel sort of like a heartbeat to me. I feel kind of like a rhythm, like the thunk, kind of as they spin. Just continuing to send love, healing to your solar plexus, releasing everything that's no longer serving you. Like I said, you can pull it out if you want. You can brush it. Send it down through your feet to the earth. Throw it in a bucket on the floor, whatever you want to do with that energy. And as you feel comfortable that you've given your solar plexus what it needs from you, then send some healing energy to others here in the Reiki Share group so they can continue to release and rebuild their solar plexus until it's healthy and balanced and spinning freely and clearly. And when you feel comfortable, if you'd like to send some cleansing, healing energy to someone else that you love and care about, who may need cleansing and healing in their solar plexus to reclaim their own personal power, send that to them now. Just continue nice, deep breaths. And as you feel ready now, let's drop down into our sacral chakra, the center that's below our belly button. If you're visual, you might see an orange ball of light. And before we send energy there, just be present for a moment. This is your center of your emotions, of your creativity, both your ability to create sexually and also artistically, and the creative energy that really flows from the creator. Just check in and see how that center is feeling for you right now. Does it feel full already and balanced? Does it seem a little hesitant or maybe even blocked, partially or fully? A lot of people get creative blocks, but you can remove that. And we're going to do that right now. So when you feel you know what you need, just imagine again pulling in divine, pure white, cleansing energy and sending that all the way down as you exhale to your sacral chakra and letting that energy be received and start to clear and release anything there that you may no longer need, any limiting beliefs you may have adopted, any fears you've had around being creative and allowing yourself that space. And just feel that start to spin and enlarge, glowing brighter and brighter orange energy in a ball, spinning clockwise. And just continue to take nice deep breaths and send whatever your sacral chakra needs to it and allow it to just release what's no longer serving you. If your emotions have felt a little out of balance lately, this is where you can send balance and harmony to your state of emotions and bringing in more a sense of clarity and peace and calm in your life, but maybe with more of a focus on how you'd like to use this divine energy that we all carry and share that with the world in ways that are unique to you. The energy that comes from above is creative energy. Hence, some people refer to that energy as the creator. And we're here to allow that to just manifest through us in the ways that we create our lives, our relationships, art. And when you feel comfortable, you've given what you need to your own sacral chakra. You can send it to others here in the group share so that they can also continue to release and clear and spin in this beautiful orange ball of the sacral. And when you're ready, if you have anyone else you'd like to send healing energy to, a loved one, a coworker, a friend, or family, or even someone in the city of Boulder, you can send it to their sacral so they can release and reclaim their own creative energy, bringing forth the new, bringing forth the springtime energy, birthing new ideas, new decisions, and new actions. And when you feel ready, drop down into your root chakra at just the very base of our pelvis here. You might place your hands there if you would like. And if you're visual, you might see the red ball of energy. This is the center of our instincts, our gut instincts, our survival instincts that govern our safety and security, that connect us to our tribe and our family and our community, and give us a sense of belonging in the world. So before we send energy there, just check in and be present in your root and ask it how it's doing right now and what it needs to be healed, what it needs to release and let go of, whether that's a fear, a worry, a lack of faith and trust in the divine that you'll be taken care of in this world, that you are safe. Right now, in this moment, we're sitting here, we're all safe and secure. So just check in what it needs. And when you have that answer and you're ready, just go ahead and pull in divine energy through your crown. As you breathe in and as you exhale, just push that down to your root chakra and feel that energy start to circulate there. You might see it as a red stream of light going down to fill up this empty or maybe weakened zone in your body, in your energy field. And just let that energy start to circulate in a clockwise direction, spinning and clearing as it spins, and releasing and letting go of everything that's no longer serving you. All of your fears and worries, you can pull them out, you can throw them in a bucket. You can send it down through your feet to Mother Earth where that energy can be reclaimed and transformed. Just letting go, just letting go. And just continue breathing in that red energy and sending it to the root chakra. Clear and spin, clear and spin. Getting stronger and more balanced. Just continue sending that energy there. And when you feel comfortable that you've sent your root chakra everything it's needing today, you can send energy on to others here in the Reiki share so that they can continue to release and let go of everything that they need to let go of in their root chakra. Feeling more harmonized and balanced. And now feeling the energy start to flow throughout the system from the crown chakra, through the third eye, through the throat, down to the heart, to your solar plexus, to your sacral, all the way down to the root. All the way through your system, the energy is just flowing so much more clearly, freely now. All chakras cleared and all chakras energized in perfect harmony for you and for everyone in the group. And if you feel comfortable, you can send energy now to anyone else you would like to send to their root for healing, clearing, and releasing, to replace their fears and worries with strength, a sense of security, and a sense of belonging. May they feel safe today. And as you're ready, I'd like to wind down this Reiki part of the healing. And what I'd like you to do is to take your hands and bring them back to your heart as we started in the beginning. Just fold it in front of your heart. And as we began, I'd like you to just imagine pulling up energy from the earth again, inviting that earth energy in up into your heart. As you inhale, just pull that energy up, send it to your heart. And now, as you inhale, invite the divine energy again from heaven down through your crown, and again bring it back down to your heart. As you exhale, just push that energy there. And we just end by giving thanks and gratitude to the divine and to each other and to Alice Jones for creating this group, bringing us together. And we give thanks for the healing that has happened, that will happen, and that is happening as we speak and throughout the day. And as you feel ready, just bring yourself back into the present moment. You can rub your hands together, maybe rub your eyes, open your eyes, whatever feels good to be back. We're now done. I'd like to close before we start. I would like to read these Reiki principles and share them with us for all of us to think about today. And you can either say these along with me or you can say them silently to yourself. Just for today, I will not anger. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being, including myself. Okay. Thank you all. And we've got time now. We finished up on time. And I'd love to share. So, like I said, if anybody would like to share but may need to take off early, if you want to type the word stack in the chat, I can call on people in that order. Or otherwise, thank you, Kim. Otherwise, I can just let people volunteer. But if anybody wants to go first. I don't see anybody needing. Okay, Boshko, you want to go ahead? You can unmute yourself and.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
Sure.
this. It was really wonderful. And I just wanted to share one thing at the very beginning, what we did, the cleansing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was really powerful for me because I had a loss in the family
Mm-hmm.
almost 2 weeks ago, and I went through a lot. And just by doing that, there was this immense sorrow that like I felt by cleansing, and I had a release, and I cried a little bit, and there was just like emotional release from that exercise. So I'm just very grateful for that
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, and I hope it was helpful
Yeah,
to
it
cleanse a
definitely
little bit.
was. Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you.
Okay, sure. Um, Corinne, you have to unmute yourself. There you go.
All right. Yes. For me too, because I had a lot of tension. So when we did the brushing, it felt good. And then when we went to all the chakras, especially by the chakra um on the third eye, I felt very powerful.
Mm,
It was kind of like a release,
mm,
release of heaviness too.
mm, mm-hmm.
And on the throat chakra, I saw Miss Siri,
Mm,
Siri,
mm-hmm.
Shuriel.
She's here. She's here. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I saw her. Um,
Mm,
and on the heart chakra, that was nice too. And then on the solar plexus, I saw her again, like
sorry.
kind of playful, playful. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Okay,
and,
so
and
she's giving you the thumbs up.
so, but it felt very good today. Yeah,
Excellent.
it
Good.
felt very good because last week I was not really there. I
Mm,
was very unbalanced,
mm,
but I did my chakra work this week. So
okay.
this week, well, today it felt much more lighter, and
Much
it helped
good.
so much that brushing
You
and
like
all
it?
the yes, all that chakra. Thank you so much.
Oh, sure. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm just here to help. And I should mention too, again, this is still being recorded. So if anybody wants to share and doesn't want their sharing recorded, I can hit the pause button. Um, so nobody else has said stack. So I'll just call an order. I mean, I see Alice's empty chair, so we won't call on Alice. um, and how about Judy? Would you like to share? You have to unmute yourself. You're still muted. Excellent.
Thank you for a beautiful meditation. That was very lovely. Exactly what I needed today. I
Good.
also experienced a loss
I'm sorry.
yesterday of my Aunt Rosemary,
Oh
and
no.
I was planning to drive to see her. We knew that she would be passing. I had a dream and it was very vivid. So I was prepared and didn't get to
Mm,
get to see her, but that that night was just sending a lot of prayer to her, so was connected that way. And I guess that just was the way it was supposed to be, just a mind and a heart connection. Had my two rose quartz and a really big rose quartz for my Aunt Rose, saying just held her in my heart the whole time, and just it felt really beautiful just to give power over to just be love and clearing and purifying. And the energy at my third eye was just so strong. It never wanted to leave there. And I think it was because of that connection, just,
oh, maybe.
kind of being there. But then when everything was coming down to just a lot, and at the end, I could really feel a lot of release. So it was beautiful. Thank you
Oh,
so
good.
much.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you. How about Melody? Would you like to share? Oh, Andrea, I'll call you next. Sorry.
Oh, does Andrea need to go now? So
I
I
don't know.
don't
No,
mind waiting.
no, go ahead. Please go ahead,
Okay,
Go
Melody.
ahead, Melody.
okay. Um, Thank you. I echo what everyone said. It was really a lovely share. And I noticed today or this week, my head just being really full of just and foggy and just like a lot of blocks. And when we got to the third eye, this may sound weird, but I don't know if anybody's ever seen a hippo pooping, but when they flip their tail, they
Cannot say that I have.
no.
I don't think
It's
so.
like if you are, it's just this funny thing where the hippo they spread their scat with their tail and they
Okay.
like flip it everywhere. And that my third eye cleaned that way. It
You were
was
just
really fun. Like it
flipping
just
your goat tail.
all the stuff
Like a
went
windshield wiper
everywhere.
blade.
So yes, there was just stuff like all the crap just went
Okay.
away. So it felt very clear afterwards. So it was very fun.
Excellent. Okay.
And then the other thing that I was noticing, and this is much more in my head than energy, but it's something I've noticed frequently is things moving clockwise versus counterclockwise. Like sometimes I notice when my energy or my chi is kind of rocking, it goes counterclockwise
Backwards.
rather than clockwise.
Right.
And I get stuck in my head about, oh, it's supposed to be going clockwise. So I noticed that coming in a lot, and I just tried to let it go with the hippo's tail. So thank you.
Okay. Excellent. Good. Thank you, Melody. So Andrea.
Yeah, I just wanted to say first, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much for doing this. And it really was very powerful, Paul, and your voice is so soothing.
Thank you.
Sure. And also when we were doing I did have something that an image that came to me when we were doing the the clearing and with the arms and everything. I actually felt drawn to Corinne. And Corinne, I saw what looked like there was a lot of activity behind you. And then there was it looked like you had an angel standing behind you and their hands were on your shoulder. So I don't know what that means, but it looked very comforting. And I just wanted to share that with you.
That's why I felt like kind of cold sensation again on my shoulder.
That's so
you.
funny. You're very welcome. That's so funny. It sounds like that's a good sign, Corinne.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Or anything else, Andrea?
No, just thank you again for doing
Yeah,
this.
my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, how about Siri, since you've come up a couple times?
Oh, I wasn't really trying to comment. I was just in agreement with a lot of what's been saying with Corinne, as well as my throat chakra when she was giving the visualization about
the hippo. That's going to be our new thing here.
same way. And she said it was like windshield wipers, and I was like, "What is going on?" Okay, spirit. All right, I'm with this, and that happened as well as for my solar chakra as well. So I find that to be interesting that you had the same visualization. So yes, this has been a good session for me. I thank you for holding it.
Good. Sure, my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay, how about Liz?
Oh, great. Good
There you go.
morning.
Excellent.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
That was
Sure.
really wonderful, everyone. And Paula, thank you. I really enjoyed that. And sometimes when I'm doing these meditations, I get so focused that I'll forget, like I'll run out of time to send energy to the people who I have an intention for or others. So I really appreciated the way that you placed the rhythm of that. It really found it useful. And then I felt the energy of the group quite a bit, particularly around my heart chakra. And then cutting the cords. This was, I think, the second time in a row I've been focused on another chakra, and I've had the energy go back to my throat. And this time it was really cutting a lot of cords around my throat. So definitely felt today was a really good clearing day. So thank you.
Good. Good. How about is it Johan? Johan DT. There you go.
Oh, hi.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was a bit distracted. I think it's the energy of the full moon and just the stuff, the anxiety of work.
Hmm.
But one of the exercises that really helped me today was the way that you processed energy with your hands folded above your head to your crown chakra, and then bringing it down to the root.
Hmm.
And so thank you for that.
Sure. My pleasure. How about Christine?
Yeah, let me join everyone else and say thanks. This was great, very calming. I think the one thing that stood out for me was when we dropped down to the heart. I lost one of my two cats a couple years ago, and when we moved to the heart, I could see his image. So that was very nice.
Okay. Excellent. And Danielle? We have two Danielles. How about Danielle Sasson?
Hey, everybody. Yes, thank you so much. This was I almost didn't come. And so I'm glad that I did come because I think it was really, I think I definitely needed it. I just want to say, and I love this feedback at the end because I'm always validated with what I have, like the little thoughts that come into my mind. So Corinne, I also thought of you today. It seems like a few of us did, and it was particularly for me, it was at the throat chakra. It was Christine and Corinne, those two names came up for me when we were releasing to the group. So I had, and that was kind of a sticky area for myself as well. I had a lot of like coughing and like kind of clearing my throat during that chakra. So there were three, it was the throat chakra, my solar plexus, which I always have a little trouble with, but today, this is gross, but I've like found myself belching, which is never, ever.
That's okay. That's a form of sometimes yawning, sometimes
Yes.
burping. People,
Yes.
it's a way of just releasing.
Totally.
Crying.
Yawning, like I felt that for sure at the crown. I like couldn't stop yawning. Then the kind of clearing my throat, and then the belching, and then with once I got to the root, it was pretty cool. So I was like, remember those like old fashioned tops like that you would use for a baby? You would push down on it, and then the bottom would spin.
Spin, right?
So you said you were like visualize the crown energy pushing down, and that's what I saw. So it was like push down and then spin. So that was pretty neat. One more thing about the solar plexus, I had imagined myself churning butter, like so that was like what I was doing for my solar plexus, and that's kind of when I got that
pushing down again, pushing down again. Pushing down
exactly.
Again.
So it was really cool and profound and effective. So thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Great. How about Danielle Mercadal? Mercadal? Am I saying it right? Sorry.
Hi, thank you. And chiming in with everybody else, thank you for today's session. Couple of interesting things. I got clarity. I had been feeling odd lately where I've been unfortunately a lot on YouTube and needing information. And I got clarity on what that was during this session. It's a need for a certain kind of nourishment that I am not getting. But two things that happened one was when we got to the solar plexus region and the sacral region, I became immensely hungry and had to get up and go put some butter on bread and eat. So that was one of the things that happened. But when we got to the sacral area, not the sacral, the root chakra, sorry, I had my eyes open and I was listening to you, and I was looking at a tree right outside my window, and a red cardinal came while you were having us focus on the root chakra, and he was sitting on the tree, and when you were just before you were done, he left, and this bothersome agitated feeling I was having left with it. So it was almost like the bird had come, it was red, and it took it away. And I thought that was interesting.
That's very neat. Very neat.
So that's all.
Excellent. I think we've gone through everyone. Did I miss anybody? I believe that's everybody. Thank you so much for trusting me and letting me do this. And of course, we give thanks to Alice Jones for creating this group, and Emily Doe. She's not here today, but she does a lot of behind the scenes. She's been very helpful in kind of coordinating between me and Judy and Alice and Ashley to kind of get this set up so we can do this. So we will be doing this every week. So keep an eye on your email. And I think Alice is still going to keep the second and fourth. And Judy, do you have the first or the third? Which one do you have?
Third.
The third. So Ashley must have the first. So anyway, thank you very much. You'll have a beautiful day. If you feel the need, you're still maybe releasing throughout the day or even into tomorrow. So I always recommend for myself, I love to take a nice hot bath and Epsom salts if you have any. It's just a good way it continues pulling out energy, or drink a lot of water if you feel, because the healing that starts isn't just like done when we sign off. It may continue throughout the day. So take good care of yourselves and have a wonderful week, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.